Hi, CD Bestie. I'm Chloe Qisha. Check out my interview on CreativeDisc.com, the number one music website in Indonesia.
Hi, University. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm a new host from CreativeDisc. My name is Ungkap. So, in this interview session, we're gonna ask interview with Chloe Kisa. So, Chloe Kisa is a musician that have a second single, which is "I'm Glad I'm Sorry." Is that right, Chloe Kisa?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yes. I'm so sorry, Chloe Kisa. I'm so nervous because this is my the first interview with a musician artist.
Oh,
So I'm really nervous.
please don't be nervous. You're absolutely fine. Honestly,
Yeah,
I'm so
yeah.
happy to be here.
Yeah. So how's your day, Chloe?
How's my day? It's been great. It's the morning in the UK
Mm.
right now. It's 11 o'clock, so the sun is actually shining for once, which I'm very excited
Mm.
about. So I'm
Oh,
probably gonna go out after this.
oh, that in Indonesia right now is evening. So in this time, it's 17:00.
Amazing. So about to have dinner.
Yeah. So Chloe, I have some question for you. It is about your second single. I'm sorry. Can you tell us about your new single? What inspired you to write this text?
So what inspired us? So me and my collaborator Rob, we sort of went into our writing session as usual, and we like to sort of jam out songs, just to like see what the vibe is. We'll sort of listen to songs that we've been liking recently, and then we'll start writing from there. So the creative process can be really fast sometimes. So with I Lied, I'm Sorry, we wrote and recorded it in like 2 or 3 days. So it was very, very fast. And when we were writing it, we just sort of drew from like the past, like teenage love, that everyone feels when you're like growing up in school. And it all kind of fell together really, really organically. So that was the whole creative process for I Lied, I'm Sorry.
So and then like to see your song, your favorite song. Is that VCR song? What? VCR song? Your favorite single?
My previous single, yes, VCR Home
Yeah.
video.
Yes, I hear the music. It's kind of like a slowly, and then it's a really different. Where I'm glad I'm sorry.
Yes,
So
it's
yes,
very.
and behind the lyric of this song, were there any personal experience that influenced the writing of these tracks? In the I'm glad I'm sorry.
For I Lied, I'm Sorry, not any specific situation. It wasn't like a specific memory I had, but it was definitely just more like the general feelings of being a teenager and being in love back in the day. But with VCR Home Video, the first single, that was more from like personal experience and yeah, that was more personal.
So then it is very like you said,
We were experimenting a lot with the production side of I Lied, I'm Sorry, mainly because obviously it's a very upbeat song, and we had just written VCR Home Video like a couple weeks beforehand. So sort of changing to such an upbeat song was definitely like quite crazy for us, but we we just like stayed really true to our music references, which was like Talking Heads and LCD Sound System. So we listened a lot to them specifically and listened to the production in their songs, and then not like copied it, but just like emulated that kind of vibe and energy, and then managed to sort of like put it into our song. And it now sounds like very authentic to me, which is amazing. So I'd say the biggest challenge was just to get into the mindset of doing a really upbeat song after having finished such a slow piano ballad like a couple weeks before.
The next question is, how does I Let I'm Sorry differ from your previous work? Is you include some new elements in your I'm Glad I'm Sorry before in the VCR song.
Yeah, so how did it change from the first song, if that's what you mean? Like it was definitely I definitely knew I wanted a really, really upbeat song in the project. So we were always striving to that. And I think after having written VCR like a week or two before, knowing that we had that nailed down and we had like a really solid ballad to sort of lean on, so we knew we had the slow song. It was kind of easy to sort of shift gears and go like, okay, now we want something that we can dance to. Now we want like a more universal song that when it's played, everyone can just like get up and start like moving, and dancing to it. So that was like the main shift, I think, in like writing VCR to I Lied, I'm Sorry. If that was the question, I'm so sorry if I didn't answer that properly.
Then, what has been the initial reaction from listener or fans getting this song? Any other your friends? Have you received any surprising, interesting feedbacks in this I'm Glad I'm Sorry from your friends?
Any as in like feedback from them?
Yeah, feedback.
Um, you know what? They've all really loved it, which is so great. And like I couldn't have asked for a better response from the song. And I think in a weird way, like this sounds really weird, but my friends don't actually like listening to music very much. I just happen to have weird friends and they don't really listen to music the way like I listen to music. So I actually kept it a secret from everybody. Like I didn't really show the stuff that I've been writing for the last couple months. And when the song finally came out, they were like, wow, like this is actually really good. And I was like, yeah, like it's that's a good thing. But yeah, they really, really loved it. And I think they were all like pleasantly surprised at how like universal and how like catchy it is.
All right, thank you. And then you enter the music industry. What the biggest challenge you face in this industry and how do you overcome it?
Ooh, so I sort of entered the music industry in a really weird way in the UK. So like instead of like the songs and like songwriting and doing live shows, I kind of entered it like I met industry people first and then I got into songwriting after, which is I think like a backwards kind of way of doing it. I think the biggest challenge was probably having like trying to find a good team to surround myself with because the the industry's small, but you can also meet like a lot of not great people as well. And I think finding good-hearted, kind people who believe in your project and are willing to invest time and energy into breaking an act is a little bit a little bit challenging, especially because in the UK, I think there's so much competition and there's so many people that are trying to make it as well. So the way I overcame that was just taking my time, I think, like being picky, but a good picky, making sure that I'm putting myself first and the project first and just like waiting for the right people to turn up and they eventually did, which is amazing. So I've been doing this for like 5 years and it took 5 years to find the right managers and the right team to surround myself with.
All right, thank you very much. And then you're not a musician, and perhaps you have any specific artist that influenced your musical style, the biggest artist that you influenced you so well.
Yeah, yeah. So I love this artist called Chapel Rowan right now. She's like blowing up in the US and she's just such an incredible artist. I love her music. I also love this artist called Troye Sivan. He's like an Australian artist and he's like your pop. boy right now, and he's just, yeah, he's his most recent album has been incredible. So I really look up to him as well. And I guess also like Sabrina Carpenter, who's obviously doing incredible with the recent stuff. And just like I love really, really good pop music that like everyone's currently inspired by. Like there's a reason why they're all doing so well. It's because like everyone loves their stuff, including myself.
All right, this is the last question for you. What was the last concert you attended to? The last concert you attend.
The last, sorry?
The last concert you attend.
The last concert. Ooh, what was the last concert? That's such a good question. I'm trying to think now. What would it have been? My boyfriend, my partner is like a lighting designer for bands and artists. So I think one of the last concerts that I would have gone to would have been one that he did. Oh, it was Troye Sivan. It was the artist that I really look up to. Yeah. He did a show in London, and I can't believe I forgot that. That was like literally the best night of my life. Um, and my partner, he was doing the lights for Troye Sivan. He was working with his team, and I managed to go, and yeah, I just had the best night of my life. Troye Sivan.